Hello, hello, hello. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. How about we finish this game off, huh? Phrasing. Difficulty 5 already? Wait, this one's easier? Oh, good news. Tomorrow, Assassin's Creed Shadows patch drops. And boy, oh boy, it's a good one. Let's take a look at it because I have no plans to play anything but Ragebound today, and I have a feeling the couple stages left might not fill the whole stream, so you know, why not do some silly shit? Like look at an Assassin's Creed Shadows release notes, whatever, that definitely everybody here cares about. That is not me. So yeah, they're releasing tomorrow, which I've been saying this for like the last 2 weeks, because every time I look up release dates, it's like, oh, the expansion for Shadows is about to come out. Well, it's coming out tomorrow, and I got caught off guard again. I was like, oh yeah, that's happening. Nice. Dude, this is wild to me. The size difference is so crazy. What the fuck is happening on PC, dude? And Steam? Wait, what? Does this mean this is through Ubisoft Connect and they just don't compress or something, or shittily compress? Because Steam's killing it together with PlayStation. I don't know what these guys are doing. Why Mac is also way less, who knows? That's wild. To me, this is always fascinating, like the size differences. It's always the smallest on PS5, but like it's more than double on Xbox. That's so weird to me. Even though probably on the install size, probably is not that much of a difference. Still wild. I mean, that is a significant less download you need to do. Anyway, new expansion. There's an island with stuff to do. 10 hours of additional content. You love to see it. New gear, level cap goes up. I think they mentioned somewhere. Oh yeah, this is neat. They're adding the bow staff weapon, which was supposed to be exclusive for the expansion, but now they give it to everyone, which is kind of weird because I'm pretty sure the expansion was free. Isn't the expansion free? So it's weird. They're like, hey, we thought that was too cool not to share with everyone for free, but the expansion is also free. I'm fairly sure. Or maybe it's only free to pre-orders. That could be it. I don't remember. I was convinced it was free. Well, it is what it is. Alright, so I guess new weapons for everyone. However, the DLC pricing works. Level cap increased. I mean, that's like... Not sure if it's necessary, but I mean, whatever. I mean, it might be necessary for the new areas. Hideout upgrades. There's a couple of small ones in here that I'm gonna touch on that make me happy. And that are small things that most people playing this game will never notice or never give a shit about, but I like it a lot. So this, I mean, new shit to do, right? Advancing time of day. I like this because you couldn't do this yet. And that was annoying. Because, well, first of all, tactically speaking, what's this? Anyway, yeah, so tactically speaking, maybe you want to attack at night. Maybe, and I hope they don't mention it here. I hope this also means you can skip seasons, because that is also one. If you're like finished the game, you're just completionist doing trophies or whatever, there's a couple of things you need to do specifically in a certain season. And if you've not been doing that during your playthrough during the game, that becomes a bitch. Because if you just boot up the game and don't touch your controller, time stops running. So you have to play to advance the time of the season. So I hope part of it is also going to be season advancing, because that would be very useful. Here's also a good one. So this I don't really care too much about, but this one. With this new upgrade, uncovering all the viewpoints in the province will reveal the entire province automatically. No more fog. That was such a... It bothered me so much with this game that even if you had all the viewpoints on the entire map, there were still like big parts of the world map that were covered in fog because there's no point of interest. There's nothing to do there, you know? So you don't visit there, and the only way to unfog it was to go there and just go up and down to unfog the map. And a lot of people complained about it. Some people legitimately did it, like uncover the entire map manually, which that's crazy. That doubles your playtime with no reward whatsoever. So I'm glad they listened and they're like, all right, yeah, you get the map when you get all the viewpoints. That makes sense. New gear quality, I mean, sure. This is numbers mumbo jumbo. I'll need to see this in game to understand it. I ain't reading that shit. Long-term goal, all right. New game plus cycles. That is crazy though. This is a long ass game. Not Valhalla long, but it's a long ass game. I know they added new game plus. I know there's like new rewards, like weapons and stuff for new game plus. God, I can't even imagine doing it again. It's such a long game. I mean, I can imagine it, but whoa, it takes so much time though. Hey, you know, it's not made for everyone, I guess. This is like their battle pass thing, but it's like in-game. You can't buy it. So it's like just a reward track in-game. It sounds so fucked up saying. You know what this is? These are new things to unlock. That's what it is. It just is being shown in the UI in the form of a battle pass, because that's what people are used to now. But really all they did was add stuff to unlock. I really like the cat though. Cat with the little assassin cape. Gotta love it. Anomalies, alright. And then some bug fixes, but I'm excited for this. I mean, obviously new expansion is big, but a couple quality of life stuff that surely will go a long way for the enfranchised players. And for me, a great excuse to boot it back up without doing a new game plus. I wonder how long they're gonna go on with Shadows though. Because like, I think it's a big game for them. I think it made them a lot of money. It clearly did well financially. But are they gonna go as long as they did with Valhalla? Because I think Valhalla lasted a couple of years, right? Because they had like a year of normal expansions, and then the year after they did like the big, what was it called? Like Dawn of Ragnarok. and then they did a couple ones after that. So yeah, they took a couple of years for Valhalla. Wonder how that's gonna be for Shadow. It's so wild because they're also apparently doing new DLC for Mirage, which is like, I mean, I'm happy. I'll happily go back to Mirage. That was a great game. But it's weird that Shadows is the current game and you're making DLC for the previous game. All right, let's get back into the zone. Damn it, we needed to be faster. Oh my god, that's fucked up. Five hits, alright. Boing. What the fuck? Ooh, double kill. Well, let me go back to see if I'm not missing any skulls or shit. I don't think so. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What is happening? Ain't no way. One of these again, huh? Shit. Oh. That was a good one. That was a good run. Better than expected. Oh. Oh. Ain't no way. Okay, we got number 2. I'm missing 2 skulls. Ah! Very cool. What the fuck? This is so far back. Huh? That was some good healing of these guys. Ah. probably almost the end of the stage anyway. There we go. See, uh-oh. Do the special stages have boss fights? I don't remember. It might not. Isn't this kind of broken together with my other ability? Because if I get hit, my health goes down to 1, and I then kill one enemy, I heal, because if you kill a couple, it heals. Unless there's like an internal cooldown on it. Boom, boom. Secret Castle. Two skulls, triple scarab. Aye. This is the way forward. It feels very way forwardy. What dodges? Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa. Okay. Wait, I already got all collectibles? Is this? That's short of the stage. Ain't no way. Like whenever I'm playing and I already unlocked all of the pickups, it's like a burden is gone. Right? I don't have to think about it anymore. Ooh, that was good. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, at this speed, it's gonna be a short ass stream. Excuse me. Not that I entirely mind. I am fairly tired. Enemies. Chrome section, no damage. Level without dying. Sure. Beautiful start. Beautiful second try. How? What the fuck killed me? I vaguely remember this one. Why is she not throwing? Try jumping. Oh, I didn't even see the wall. Damn it! How long is it without? Damn it! Why is he here? Why did she Okay. Ain't no way, dude. That guy always gets me. But there needs to be a fucking healing thing soon, right? Because, like, I feel like I'm near perfect already. Bugs as well now. Oh, I hate that. Oh no. Ugh. I really wish there was a manual grab button. Damn it! How do you do it? Girl, whoa, you gave me a heart attack, girl. What the fuck? Alright, that was pretty sweet. Did I miss anything? Just go. Fucked up. All I need is a single skull, baby. Right? Right. There it is. Whoa, he preemptively shot. What the fuck? That was close. Bye. Don't mind a good B rank. Only 2 left. Wow, this really is going to be a short one, huh? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's so far. Oh, what the? Come on, dude. There's so many enemies. Ridiculous. What the? She didn't grab. Oh my god, the game is so buggy at times. Huh? Like I said, a grab button would make this game instantly twice as good. Having some control over the fact when you grab on or not. Double? Really? What happened? Where am I? What is happening in this game, dude? Well, at least we got the thing. Right, that counter, right? Sometimes weird I couldn't do the guillotine there. What is happening? Wow, that insta kills, huh? Excuse me. Checkpoint, please. When did they all get so slippery? Jesus. Never mind then. Oh, we're at the end. Wait, did I get every... Oh, I did. Nice. This stage is kind of ridiculous, right? Look at how much shit they're throwing at you. unbelievable, right in between. And not the good kind. What is happening? That's way too much stuff on your screen. Nah, this is the way forward. Has to be. There it is. The pertinent one. Wait, no outfit for her? I guess she has the biker one already. Well, that's it, I guess. Infinite key for a while. That feels like it can be broken against bosses. Boom, boom. I guess I can try to get the trophies. Shouldn't be too much. Finish 1-2 without taking any fire damage. Very rare. I should do these in normal mode though. Same with the S rank and S++ rank. Those are all normal mode possible things. So I am gonna do them in normal mode. How do I go back to normal mode? Do you need to do new game again? Or can I load? I guess I can load this one. Yeah, that's my hard mode save. I guess I'll just load. Let me pin these. And then just get S+. So I wonder if these are separate. Like what if I get S++? Will I also get S trophy? I wonder. No fire damage. Alright, alright, alright. I'll take a break first. Alright, well, be right back. Bye, Ryan, boy. Oof. Has any of you ever played Warhawk on PS3? I love that game. It was so fun. It's from an era where, like, the battlefield type experience, you know, infantry, tanks, you know, all that kind of stuff, that wasn't really a thing yet on console, right? I think in the PS3 era it started with some battlefields coming to, in like Bad Company and whatever, but I think it was only on the PS4 era that like a full-fledged battlefield type experience was actually available on console, at least somewhat decent. Warhawk, however, filled that gap a little bit. It was a little more arcadey. I guess I'll show a video. I'm actually sure, given emulation and stuff, I'm sure people still play Warhawk because it was really, really good. And it had 4-player split screen and you could go online, which was sick. Dude, literally a video when I'm looking at Warhawk gameplay, literally a video from 6 months ago. Warhawk is still alive in 2025. Like, huh? That's crazy. Oh my god, there's the first video is remembering Warhawk PS3, and it's a video from 11 years ago. When did that game come out? This is gonna make me feel insanely old. 2007? That's 18 years ago. What the fuck? That is the year? Oh my god, this game came out like a couple of months after I met my wife currently. That's the year we met. That's crazy. Was it a launch PS3 game? It was very close to launch. The game came bundled with, like, back then people loved that shit, like the on your ear Bluetooth headset thingy. It came bundled with that initially, and it was also a game with DLC, like multiplayer DLC, which was early on console. Not many other games were doing that, but it was sick. Hold on, can I show gameplay? Should I do remembering? Should I do the still alive? I guess it's I can already see cringe compilation shit. Review 14 years ago. That's crazy. Wait, why did IGN post a review of that game 3 years after launch? That's kind of wild. Let's look at the IGN review. That is gonna be funny in of its own. Hello, it's not loading. Uh-oh. Okay, we got it. 720p because they didn't have any better. Oh, that's sick.
Hey, it's Jeff, and this is the video review for Warhawk. It's been a long...
Oh yeah, so a big part of the game, Warhawk, because it is based on like an old franchise, and that was all about the airplanes, the Warhawks in question. So that was a big part of it, but there was like a big part with dogfighting against each other. You could play a mode with only the planes.
Time coming, but it's finally here. Warhawk is now available.
I love this game.
Online,
you know, flying around, shooting shit. You could be on the ground.
Lives up exactly to
you know, in the streets with tanks, infantry. There was like
AAA multiplayer
taking over bases and stuff.
Really need to
it's very PS3 coded.
PS3. It's fast-paced action on the ground and in the air. Regardless of what you're doing, you definitely are going to have a lot of fun with this game. The gameplay is one of those situations that you don't necessarily need.
I think it went up to 64 players.
Removal
or 32, I don't remember.
Which I know a lot of people
might have been
are looking
32.
for. You really don't need it. This is one of those situations where you've got a battle that is basically as old as time itself. Red versus blue, dogs versus cats, pirates versus ninjas. All you need to know is the other
game
team
had the
is your
same
hated
concept with
enemy,
dragons.
They need to die.
You mean
There are a couple different
Drakengard?
modes in
But
Warhawk.
I mean,
Basically,
I guess
you've got
not.
your standard
Maybe not
deathmatch,
Drakengard.
team deathmatch,
Like a
capture the
multiplayer
flag
game?
modes,
Because this is a
which,
multiplayer
if you
game
played
only.
a multiplayer game before, you pretty much understand the basics of that game system. However, there's
Damn,
a couple of twists to
IGN
this. You've got
still
a
aims as
de facto
well
fourth kind of mode,
back then as
dogfight,
now.
which
Crazy.
takes you out of the ground combat and basically puts you in the air where you're always fighting. You've got your standard deathmatch, team deathmatch, and capture the flag. And any veteran of multiplayer games are pretty much accustomed to that. There are a couple of light twists to the standard features, though. For instance, in either deathmatch, team deathmatch, or capture the flag, a large amount of the gameplay revolves around gaining
It was
bases,
so cool,
capturing
dude.
new
This was such a
checkpoints,
fun game.
and forcing your group's territory to expand over the entire map.
The only problem with the game
as
was
kind of a primer to
the way to unlock new stuff was through playing the game. You would level your account, basically, right? Going up in rank. But it was such a grind. It was in like, I played this game probably more than average. I don't think I even got halfway through the rank stuff. It was so fucking
the new
slow.
zone mode, which is based on grabbing territory and linking up different bases to get more points by holding on to them for a long period of time. Now, gaining these bases and these checkpoints are also useful because if you happen to die, you can respawn at
It also had a really cool, almost like a DOA triangle system where, you know, like tanks was good against like infantry and some armored stuff, but then the Warhawks was really good against tanks and like you know, like bunkers and shit, and then infantry with the rocket launcher was actually very strong against the Warhawks, and like the Warhawks couldn't shoot well on infantry, so there was like a little bit of a, you know,
advanced checkpoint.
a triangle
so if you're
system
trying to
going
make a
on.
push into enemy territory and you happen to grab a base or a checkpoint,
Depended also on the
you
weapons, of
automatically
course.
know that you have an easier way of getting back into the fight instead of having to drag your way across half the map just to get back into
Game's
the battle.
called
Now, one of
Lair.
the cool things
Isn't it
about
multiplayer just
Warhawk
a
as far
flying
as
portion
combat is
similar?
concerned is that the battles are very, very balanced. All of the 7 aerial
Very
weapons, the 9
balanced,
ground
yo.
weapons that it would take me to expect
I'm
that you're
sure
going to
this
be
game
fragged
runs
deep water.
on
You're kind of going
the
to have one of
PS3
those
emulator.
sink rather than swim experiences for at least a good half hour to an hour before you start to pick up on exactly what you need to do to be successful. Controls, flavors, your friends online. If
and so
you happen
much
to have,
cool
really is
maps
one of
as
those
well.
personal have
And
one.
this
Overall,
review
though,
doesn't even take into account the expansion packs they released, because they released all kinds of shit with like bigger planes. Like there was like one huge transport plane you could get. There were like new maps in snow and whatever. Oh, it was so fucking sick. And then because this game had like pre-made bases and stuff, and you could get like your you know, your planes and cars and tanks and whatever. But then they made a follow-up game called Starhawk, which personally I didn't think was as good. But, well, one, it had a single player, but it was kind of ass. They still did not have 1080p. That is crazy. But the big difference is it had base building. Like you could drop down buildings and stuff on the multiplayer map.
Into Transformers. The basic idea is behind
And it was a PS4 game that ran at 40 FPS. So I guess if you had high refresh rate back then, but VRR was not a thing. Huh. Whatever.
Starhawk are so amazing that Lightbox Interactive could only take them to great places, and the developer absolutely did. Starhawk sets a new creative standard for shooters on any platform, and is arguably
except
the best
nobody played the
PlayStation 3
multiplayer.
multiplayer game to date.
Because the problem was, because you could build your own stuff in your own places, very quickly certain strategies were broken as shit, and you know, it was basically just a race to do the one strategy that always worked.
We're rift salvagers.
Nobody
This
cares
sets
about
up
the
some
single
issues
player.
on the side
I mean, it was all right.
of easing you into a PC
But what about the
battle.
multiplayer?
The last act suddenly forgets what makes Starhawk fill walls with turrets as equals, and it's their
There we
intelligence
go.
that
See, you
wins
can like
matches,
build
not
shit.
their ammo or XP
It was a
skill
cool
bonuses.
idea.
When
to
a
be
dozen
fair.
players have the ability to call in tanks and build a fortress, that's when Starhawk is at its best. A typical game of Capture the Flag becomes so unpredictable that no match can play out like it did last time. This is true for the Zones mode too, which has players expanding their spawn points by controlling key areas. Plus, Starhawk is balanced enough that Hawks aren't the key to winning. They're just one of many viable tactics. Everything
It was a sick game though. It was just literally, it was just, the big problem was the balance in this game. It was broken as shit. If this game would have been balanced, it would have probably just been a 100% better version of Warhawk. I think if I had to pick one, I'd go back to Warhawk because it's just better balanced.
Starhawk lets players do,
But,
puts
you
them
know.
on a strategic power
So
trip.
personally, I think if you have like a group, or you know, if you really want to do the boomer thing, if you have like a LAN party, these two games, if you don't know the optimal strats, would actually be super cool. Because you know what was also a thing back then? Oh, remember when companies weren't like bags of shit all the time? Not only like if you wanted to do a LAN party, I know specifically with Warhawk, I don't know if they did this for Starhawk, but with Warhawk, what you could do was you have a single disc, one disc. You can have, I guess it was 32 players, and you could do split screen with 4. So I guess you would need a bunch of, like 8 PS5s. PS5, PS3. We're getting a. You had 8 PS3s. You installed the game and all the expansions and whatever on these systems, right? And then you could literally take the disc, put it in, and this was advertised as a feature, by the way. This is not like some weird shit. They advertise it this way. Put in the disc, boot up the game, and once you're in the main menu, you could eject the disc. The game would still run perfectly. It was literally just a boot up check. And then you could just go insert the disc in other consoles and boot them all up, and boom, you had a LAN party with one copy of the game. What an idea. Yes, it's a little bit, annoying, and nobody ever did a fucking LAN party with consoles. But at least they put in the effort to have that idea. Man, I wonder how good... What's the name? I wonder how well this runs. Vulcan. Is this good? Highly experimental. Wait, what? What am I looking at? Why is it loading so long? Is it the ads? Ooh, it doesn't run well, I think. Oh my god. Is this... I've seen Metal Gear 4 run flawlessly. Is this really the state of... There's no way this is the state of the emulator right now.
Hey guys, don't know if you guys figured that one.
Oh my god, what is... Can they not pull this off? How to set up Warhawk? Hi everyone. Oh, we need the music. The Bandicam recorded. Boo, 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 boo. Do you guys remember that shit? Oh. Okay, show me the game. I'm sure Warhawk. Create an account. I'm sure this game is actually being played. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Montage 2 years ago? Why is he green? Is that a bug? Other than the green character, this looks fine. Damn, nice shot. Was that the video? Did he join the Warrock revive Discord? Oh my god. Leave it to PC gamers to even rescue old PlayStation games that are abandoned. The game has in-game problems. I do know, like, if you want to play this game still without the emulator, I remember there was a tool they created where if you boot up the game on your PS3 and then you had this little tool you would run on your PC, and I don't know exactly how it worked, but as long as your PC and your PS3 were on the same internet network, you know, your same LAN network, the little software on your computer would reroute the PS3 game from like the official servers that were down and didn't connect to a fan-made server browser, so that on the PS3 in-game it would just show the servers like it always would, except it's rerouted to a fan-made server browser. So you could still you could actually still play the game then. That was a couple of years ago. I'm sure that still exists. God, people are so sick. This game was tight though. It probably is really dumb. Like if you play it now, it's probably like, oh, all right.
It's trying.
And they're talking. God, and he's using these obnoxious big fucking labels. I don't like that. Oh, and then the power-ups. Yeah. Got like damage boost, healing, cloak, the classic shit, right? Reminiscing time over. What a game. I really loved it. And I like the music too. In-game problems. I do know, because I did say I've seen Metal Gear 4 running without issues. I do think Metal Gear 4 is like one of those games that has a lot of extra effort put into it, to the point where I believe, maybe it's not the case anymore, but for the longest time you would actually have a separate version of RPCS3. They had like a separate version made only to run Metal Gear 4, because it like had some specific ways it handled stuff for that game. It might have been included into the main build now, but that is something you have to do for the longest time. Anyway, what were we doing here? We finished the game, so we're cleaning up by doing a couple of trophies. Finish the stage without taking any fire damage. Let's go, boys. We're back in normal mode. Oh, I still have this equipped. Alright. Wait, that didn't count as fire? Whatever. But people playing for trophies still is beyond me. 'Cause it's fun. Like a fun extra challenge. If it's a fun challenge. Let me tell you, as someone who does enjoy doing some trophy hunting once in a while, a good trophy list to me is one that kind of like almost like guides you to experience the full game, you know, like get all these collectibles, yada yada yada. Like if that's something that's fun in the game, it pushes you towards those objectives, and then on top of that it can introduce new challenges, you know, like this: beat the stage without getting hit by fire. That's like a cute little extra thing. There's bad trophies too. Get X amount of kills in multiplayer. Get out of here. Who cares? Or the finish chapter 1, finish chapter 2. It's like, I mean, I know why they use those trophies, because it's like really good for tracking data on, you know, how much people are completing your game. But it's lazy, it's bad. Oh shit, those meteors count as fire? I don't know. The game character is different hair color in the profile pic and top. Yeah, I'm not using the default color. It's an extra outfit. It might slightly be different. Wait. Did that count? There's no in-game tracking of this trophy if I did it or not. Any fire damage. Does that include the monsters? I guess we'll see. Is that fire damage? I don't know at this point. man. This is a long stage. I think I've been hit by just about everything on fire at this point. Does that include the boss not getting hit by fire? That's kind of crazy. Because wouldn't that imply you need to perfectly beat him? I wish there was a way in game to track if I failed or not. Because there's been stages where they, like in game, said something like don't get hit by fire, and then they meant just the fire in the stage, not from enemies and stuff. I don't know what they meant with the trophy. I mean, I guess I've been hit by fire. That much is evident. It's a long ass stage though to do this. Any fire damage. Let's see if I can find some clarification. Because, like, if I get hit by, like, one of those stones from the pots, if that doesn't count, you can continue. If that does count, I'm just gonna reboot the stage from now on. Here's your Gaiden Ragebound. Trophies. Trophy roadmap. Bim bam boom. Bim boom boom. What's this bitch called? Art of See, this is how you see there's people who look at the trophy list and are like, okay, that's a fun challenge. You know, that's something to challenge yourself. This is how people who do trophies, like who collect as many trophies as possible and just want to get them no matter what. This is how their brain works. Here's the advice. You know, it can be tricky. You have to avoid all sources of fire damage, including environmental, enemy attacks, and the level boss. Okay, my question is answered. The next thing, the best approach for this trophy is to adjust the assist settings and lower the game speed slightly. This can help reduce the impact of minor errors. If you get hit by fire, you'll hear a distinct burning sound effect. So they're literally, and I've read this before, if you just want the trophies for this game, you can turn on accessibility options. They don't disable the trophies. So you can literally just, you know, for some other, like without dying, there's an accessibility option of you don't take damage. That is valid. You know, you can still fall down in you know, a cliff or whatever, but that's how trophy hunters think. They don't give a shit about, oh, that's a fun challenge. They're like, how can I get this as quick as possible? Doesn't say you need to play on hard. Thank God. So it's literally don't get hit by anything. All this stuff is dangerous. I don't actually have to kill anyone. I just need to speedrun the stage without getting hit by fire. So I guess these meteors count as well. What is he doing? No surprise flare up. So far, so good. Oh god. That was scary. Does it need to be a one go, or can I reload from the checkpoint? Oh! What the fuck? Wait, no! That's fucked. Really? I'm not sure if that counted, but whatever. need to get into the speedrun mindset. All enemies are skippable. Except that one. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why did he let go? Bye, bitch. It ripped, unbelievable. What the fuck? It went through the roof? No way. Dude, this is so much more difficult than it looks. Like, yeah, don't get hit by fire. Like, half of this entire stage is fire damage. Bye. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, speedrun, boys. This one's dog shit. wonder how the idea of a double jump came to fruition. It's such an unusual idea. I mean, that's an ancient thing, right? What was the first game ever with a double jump? Oh god, not getting hit by the boss is gonna be crazy. Because like most of his attacks are... is that burning? I guess it is. I bet that one hit was it, huh? That one boss hit fucked it up. God, this game needs to rewind. I hope the game is like, no, that's a rock. That was actually not fire. Nope, that was fire. Motherfucker. Dude, I was like, yeah, let me quickly knock out these trophies to finish off the stream. Dude, we're stuck on this one. All I need to do is get faster at beating the stage in general. Just take the normal hit damage and go for it. I don't know if that was the enemy or the fire. I think it was the enemy. Can you hear a bird sound? Oh, I haven't heard it yet or identified what it sounds like. Dude, we're doing some real speedrun ass shit. Uh-oh. Please. Please. Yes. That was so much more difficult than it had any business of being. But hey, like I said, it's a challenge, right? It's a fun little challenge. It's completely different because now I'm not collecting anything. I'm not beating any number of enemies. It's just like, how can I get through this as fast as possible without getting hit by fire? Without dying sounds easier. Though I guess it's a stage where there's like a lot of pits to fall into. 3-2. Which one is this? It's a 20-minute stage though. Ooh. Hold on, actually, return to map. I want to see my equipment. Because maybe I can get better equipment. Checkpoint, full heal on checkpoint, probably useful because I'm going to be speed running. Invulnerability lasts longer after being damaged. That might be good to, you know, cheese out some stuff. Having half spider weapons key cost. That's actually interesting. I'm gonna pick that one, and this one I don't know what it is. Skyward Strikes. Oh, that's like the beam. Could I pierce through enemies? That's also useful. So what am I not getting? The healing thing, but who cares about the healing? Yeah, let's do piercing. Then super art, we want the seeking testing. And let's just go for damage, right? Man, what if there's a boss fight and I lose? Piercing Koenig and fuck some stuff up. Yeah, enemies. Try to keep up, buckos. What about this type of challenges if you get in-game rewards for it? Yeah, I mean there are in-game challenges, but yeah, it would be great if they like. I mean, there are some trophies that in-game isn't like an achievement, but you do get like an outfit, like the biker outfit for the girl. That's from a trophy. It's that song. The song is him. Ooh. Without dying also means don't die to fucking enemies, of course. Is that the boss fight of this stage? Do I have to beat them without dying as well? Yup. Oh god. I don't remember the strat for them. Oh my god. Should have taken the healing talisman though. That would have made this such a less stressful run. Fuck! Ooh. Oh God. Are we there yet? Where do I go? Am I dead if I fall down? Okay, this is the boss fight. Let me think about this. So they come up and one of them does the biting and ooh, I don't remember the boss fight. Fuck! I guess, you know. Let's go. We got this, dude. We got this. It'll all come back. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't die. That was so fucking close. Oh, baba. Dude, that was 1 pixel at the end there. I was like, let me be greedy. I'm just gonna jump down and like DPS through this shit. Oh, it paid off. Beautiful. So all that's left is getting S rank and S++ rank. Which I guess I need to look into. If I get an S++, do I automatically get the S rank trophy? Or nah? Okay, so I need to do mission P1, equip. Scarcity and unworthy. So there's no health orbs and no health checkpoints. So you just have to beat it without dying. Like at all. Defeat all enemies, collect all collectibles and the challenges. Use the ceiling to avoid spikes, kill enemies of a specific type. Finish level without dying. Alright. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. So wait, so all I have to do, I guess you need to be speedy as well. So kill specific type, those dudes. Use the ceiling to avoid the spikes at something specific and then without dying. Is this a different guy? Yes. This is Joe Hayabusa. Damn, he doesn't have a dodge roll? That's fucked up. The no healing is kind of brutal. I should have picked a different one. And those are tough to do without the dodge roll. Wow. Okay, let's reboot. Return to map. I also cannot die, so I think those were bad choices. Thank you, guide, for giving a shitty choice. That'll teach me for believing guides. So yeah, death brings the bearer back to the beginning of the stage. But one of the challenges is don't die. This is literally not an issue. So yeah, no health orbs, don't care. We'll do the checkpoints, they'll heal me. Yeah, this is gonna be better. What is happening? Huh? Why is the checkpoint not working? Oh, I guess, yeah, that's it. Never mind. Wait, does that also mean it doesn't heal? Oh, actually... picked the wrong thing again. I thought you would just respawn, but the checkpoints are just disabled. so you also don't heal from checkpoints. That's a sneaky little difference they don't actually mention at all. Okay, so if I die, I'll just pick the other one. Yeah, that's sneaky. Really? There it is, boys. Platinum trophy at the end of the stream. Couldn't have been planned more perfectly. 3 at once? Yes. So, I guess luckily, man, they just removed the trophies. That's fucked. So I guess getting S++ means S rank trophy you get. And then those were the only two, so you get platinum trophy. Let's go! Now let's do S++ on all stages. No. Imagine, dude. Yo, it's been a hot minute, huh? Since we got a fucking spammer. Let's go! Damn, Beaver was faster. I literally clicked on it. Hey yo, I said Monday that today I'm gonna finish this game. I was just thinking beating the stages. It's kind of fun how it turned out to be exactly the right amount of time to also do the last trophy. That's sick. So for me, this game is complete. I'm sure there's like some even more batshit insane stuff you can do with getting all the ranks and stuff. Because I know you can get gold skins and stuff. But that is a time investment, you know, that is so much more time you need for that kind of stuff. Verdict of the game, it's great. I loved it. It's great. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 because there's some things that I don't like. For example, even though there's still plenty of buttons on this controller that are unused, there's no button to grab onto things. Because right now it's like there's like some automatic system going on, and very often I've had the issue where I jump towards a ledge, I'm thinking they're gonna grab it, and then they just don't grab it. Or they grab something when I don't want them to grab. Like, I wish there was a little more manual control into when they grab or not. You know, kind of like Tomb Raider, when you hold the grab button while jumping, they stick to the wall and then you can let go. That would have made it much better. Though I guess that would also mean that you have to do it all the time, where now it's just once in a while. Shit is fucked up. A manual button would add to the constant button pressing, I guess. That's like my biggest annoyance with the game. It didn't break the game or anything, but it was kind of annoying. Oh, and also one thing I didn't like was going through the whole game now. Going from normal mode to hard mode, which I feel like if you're gonna buy and play this game, you should play hard mode, even though they make it sound like whatever. It really is just a continuation of the difficulty level, and it does change the game enough to make it fun on a second playthrough. Even if it's just to get the two endings and the true ending. But what I didn't like about hard mode is that, and this is maybe my personal opinion, I feel like the first boss or two in hard mode are by far the most difficult ones. They front load the difficulty so hard, it's not even funny. Like when I did those first two stages, I was like this close to just being like, dude, fuck this shit. Whatever they did, it's not fun. But then I continued, and everything else since then was pretty chill. You know, it wasn't even like super difficult. So like they front load the difficulty in hard mode so hard. That should probably be reversed. Put that difficult shit at the end. Hard mode isn't just a change in numbers like in most games. Yes and no. There's new enemies, or I guess not new, but variations. So the red demon turns into a green demon and he like has a different attack. You know, the stages have more spikes or more flames, so the jumps are different. The boss fights have some new mechanics. So it's not just it's the same map, same enemy, same everything, but you need to hit them twice. No, not like that. It is a little more involved, which is good. That's what makes it fun, right? Stages are just a little bit different. Enemies are a little bit different. Yeah, I'd say it's well worth it. In fact, this game is probably going to go on sale towards the holidays, right? So it'll be a cheap pickup. I also imagine if you have something like a Steam Deck or a Switch, I think this game is on Switch as well. I think for a portable thing, this game might be really sick. So yeah, I recommend it. Highly recommend. I have way more fun and game time out of this game than I expected. So that's good. That is good. It's 30 FPS on Switch and there's no Switch 2 version. So if you have a Steam Deck, this game is sick. There really is no other handheld then. Just get a Steam Deck then. God. 30 FPS, what were they thinking? How even? How? That has to be a manual decision. Like, there's no way, no matter what they do in this game, there's no way it cannot run at 60 FPS. Like, this is not just 2D. This is like pixel graphics. Side scroll always seems like a Game Boy, aka portable game to me. I wouldn't say always. I've just played it on my PlayStation. It's fine, but I do agree with they're the type of games I would play on a portable device. Or the original Tomb Raiders, dude. Tomb Raider Remastered 1 through 6 on Switch. Killer deal. Alright, and all we have to do is wait a month and a week or two, like 6 weeks or something, and we get Ninja Gaiden 4. The Year of the Ninja. Almost over. The Year of the Ninja. And then we can head into 26. The Year of DOA. There's actually so much good shit coming up. It's kind of disgusting. Assassin's Creed Shadows expansion tomorrow. Ninja Gaiden 4, Tormented Souls 2, Ghosts of Yotai, though I'm not gonna play that immediately. Neo 3 at early next year. Resident Evil 9 early next year. Like, the next 6 months are so packed, it's ridiculous. And that's only the shit I'm interested in. Who knows what else cool shit is out there? The Year of DOA, exactly. No way it's DOA. What else? The Year of Techno Bowl? Like, what? It has to be DOA, dude. They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna announce, like in February or March, they're gonna announce DOA 7 or DOA whatever the next one is, however they're gonna call it. And then they're gonna do the same thing as with Ninja Gaiden Black. Be like, oh, and guess what? DOA Collection drops now. Or like DOA 5 Remastered. DOA 5 Black. DOA 6 Ultimate would be... look, you know me, I'd be fucking down, right? And in fact, if they fix the complaints people have, DOA 6 Ultimate could actually be super sick. Like, I know you're joking, but it's actually, you know, if they do it properly, like, in the imaginary scenario, we're looking at a year of DOA where they're gonna release a fully fledged new DOA, like at the end of the year, whatever. But then front load that year with remaster, whatever, you know, other versions of past games. Doing a DOA 6 Ultimate early in the year, addressing the complaints of people, also bundling it with all the DLC they've made up until then. Like, I know they can be greedy, but I feel like, you know, look how people still talk about Last Round. Oh, it has so many outfits. Yeah, that was all DLC. They just bundled it in with the later versions. So yeah, I feel like they could do that if they wanted to, but that is the biggest problem right there. Do they want to touch DOA 6? DOA play is the most hopeful species known to man. I mean, I'm not sure about hopeful, but desperate for sure. DOA 6 got better by T8 existing. God, Season 2 Tekken 8. Yeah. DOA 6 never got a Season 2, you know, like a second year. So, couldn't be ruined. Anyway, I haven't been contacted by any lawyers. Even if they do DOA 6 Ultimate, I highly doubt they're gonna like strike down your mod. Because like your mod, I don't feel like it has, you know, like if it was the default way to play the game right now, and they were to make a new version of DOA 6, they might take it down. Even then, I kind of doubt it. It's like they let the costumes kind of rock as well. But I don't think your mod is like in the community, like adopted as widespread that they could give a shit, honestly. Should be 6 hardcore. Should have good free stepping and no meter. No meter? Damn. So you want them to have just a number, 1, 2, 3 blocks to do your super, your break blow, and your break hold. Just remove the UI meter. It'll be less screen clutter. I agree with you there. Dude, every time people say remove the meter, I know what they mean. They are not talking about the UI element. They don't give a shit that there's a meter, because otherwise they would hate health bars. They're talking about the stuff you do with the meter, obviously. But I keep feeling, I don't know why, people keep saying, I hate meter, remove meter, I hate meter, remove meter. And I'm thinking, dude, if they're making a new fucking DOA and they're reading this shit, they're like, well, English is not our main language, and they just read meter, and they're like, man, people really don't like meters on screen, huh? I feel like this is some monkey paw shit. The fact that people just keep saying meter is the issue and not like their actual issues with it, it's gonna give it, there's gonna be some monkey paw shit where they're like, DOA 6 Ultimate this year, no meter, and they just have like a different way of tracking the blocks of like for your resources. They're gonna be like, see, we listen to the fans, meter is gone. Now it's pips. You have 4 pips. If they ever make another DOA or reboot it, it's gonna be completely free to play, trust. I don't know about that. You know, most other fighting games are paid plus in-game store plus battle pass these days. So, you know, and the examples of fighting games that tried the free way are basically all dead and gone. Like, you know, your multiverses and all that shit. So if you read the tea leaves, really the market has kind of said no to free-to-play fighting games. I think they could make it work, don't get me wrong. You know, if they just weren't as greedy, they could absolutely make it work, but, you know. Mino stagger skate meter? Yeah, you don't need a stagger skate meter without stagger skate. Get that shit out of here. Dog shit mechanic. Greedy fighters don't need resource mechanics or cinematic supers. I disagree. Not with what they need or don't need or whatever. I don't think any game needs anything. I think that's all up to the developers, what their vision for the game is. Whether the game's 2D, 3D, 4D, I don't give a shit. If they feel like a meter and supers and breakouts are the best way to represent their vision for the game, then they should go for it. You don't have to buy it, you don't have to engage with it, and it can die off like it did. Sure, that's the other side of it. But the idea that like it's this kind of game, so it needs to have this and cannot have this, I don't agree with that. I mean, if they get the impression that players want less clutter on screen, that's also good. Sure, I do agree with that. With a game like DOA, the less bullshit on your screen that's unnecessary, the better. I think DOA in general is a fairly clean game in terms of visuals. You know, especially compared to like Tekken 8 and stuff. Whoa. Why would they make it free to play? You can sell it for full price and still have free to play monetization model. Exactly. Exactly. Get the bigger audience. I guess that's the one reason, right? They're like, we mostly want to increase the player base and in turn attract more whales, I guess. DOA 6 is very good UI-wise for me. Yeah, I think DOA in general has always been fairly clean, both in UI and just the effects and what's happening on screen. I think DOA is pretty good when it comes to that. Anyway, I'm out of here, boys and girls. For DOA 6, they didn't release Score Finders right away. I mean, if you're gonna make a full-priced version of your game, I don't know if I would release Core Fighters immediately as well. One of the big issues, in my opinion, is that they had both versions. Like, I feel like either sell the full game, no bullshit, or go full free-to-play. The amount of times, dude, throughout the years of playing DOA both 5 and 6 on stream, the amount of times there's been people who end up in the chat and are like, oh, I kind of want to try this game, I'll wait for a sale, and I'll be like, just play the free version. And every time they're like, what? There's a free version? Like, I'm on the Steam page, where's the free version? And it just, I guess it's too confusing still. So I feel like they should commit to one of two. Free or not free, and don't make any weird hybrid shit. DOA 6 live bar is ugly. 5 vanilla was really good. The live bar or the game? Because 5 vanilla was, I mean, it was, yeah, it was alright. I think last round as a game is better. Like, then something about millions of players, right? So the free version. I think they talk about installed copies or something. I don't think they mean players. It was always a stat like, oh, there's 2 million installs. And it's like, yeah, it's a free game. Like, there's probably a bunch of people who installed the game and never booted it up, or played it for 2 minutes and like, eh. Doing a free game and a bundle is probably the way to go forward. Yeah, just free game and then sell character packs, you know, costume packs, battle pass, you know, the whole shebang they're gonna do. I wish they wouldn't, but it's a current year, they're not gonna do it. The DOA shouldn't happen until new consoles, regardless. Another like 2 to 3 years? Shush. Shush. What do you mean? There hasn't even been a DOA on the current consoles. There is already a new console. It's about time for a new DOA. I guess what they could do is something like a DOA 6 Ultimate, or maybe, you know, DOA remake, remaster, whatever, and make some kind of best of amalgamation of the games, you know, the best stages, all the characters, yada yada yada. Make some kind of in-between version, and then have the full-fledged new game for the next console. Being a console launch title has barely any weight anymore, especially for niche garbage like a fighting game. Tell that to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That game sold so much more than the average Assassin's Creed, and the only reason was because it launched like a month before the new console launches, because it had like a previous gen version, but it had free upgrade, and it was like, you know, the one big open world game at launch of this console generation. Multi-platform, that is, right? I think Spider-Man was a launch game for the PS5. Miles Morales, that was the other big open world game. Other than that, it was just Assassin's Creed, and it sold super well. I'm not sure if Shadows did as well as Valhalla. And at least like when COVID lockdown happened, nothing to do with it. I mean, that has a lot to do with it as well. I'm just saying, even if Valhalla would have released, let's say in May, later on, it probably would have done worse. The fact that, you know, the new console is there. Remember, the PS5 was a crazy rush. It was sold out everywhere. So all these people bought it. They're scalping, of course, as well, right? But everyone who bought it, they want something to play. Open world, hate it or love it, still one of the most popular genres out there, if you want to even call it a genre. So yeah, I think Valhalla was just in a great spot. I think launch titles can have weight. At the same time, Mortal Kombat 11 PS5 Ultimate version was also at launch of the PS5. Nobody gave a shit about that. Anyhow, I'm out of here. Accomplishment, I like it. A good accomplishment. Finish the game, platinum trophy. What more do you want? Alright, good shit, guys. Yeah, I'll be back on Friday, normally. Yes. And we'll just play some DOA. For real this time. We'll play some DOA. Alright? So yeah. See you guys on Friday. Have a good one. Take care.